What's up guys, MOTOBLADE here. Today we are going to review the awesome Corbin custom gunfighter seat for the Ninja 650. I ordered this custom from Corbin. They did a great job with the stitching, the coloring I wanted, the materials. It matches the bike really nicely. This beautiful candy burnt orange. So I'm going to give you guys the full breakdown, my review, my thoughts on it, the good, the bad, the ugly, and we'll get into that right after the intro. I wish I could do the entire review for you guys at a higher speed, but I'm pretty sure the audio would cut out with that much wind noise in the helmet. But let's get into my thoughts and my review of the Corbin custom gunfighter seat. I will put a link to this seat down in the description, so if you guys want to get this for your own bike, they make this for almost any bike out there on the market. Okay, not every bike, but I dare say the majority. There are a lot of Corbin seats available. Might not be this exact style, but they make seats for a lot of bikes. So when I was looking for a custom seat for my bike, the first thing I did was actually go to Saddlemen, not Corbin, because Saddlemen made the road sofa that I have on my Indian. And if you guys haven't seen the install video on that, you can check it out on my channel. I also have a review video on that seat coming out real soon. But they made a great seat, and so I went to them first. They did not make one for the Ninja, so I looked around. I finally found the one for the Ninja 650 with Corbin, and they have a really cool customizer tool, and you can choose your own material, whatever you want for the seat itself, and what you want for the edge panels, what you want for the piping, the coloring, the stitching, which is really cool if you guys are going for a custom look for your motorcycle, and that's what I wanted. I didn't want just some plain seat. Now on my Saddlemen seat, I could just go with plain black and not really care because the whole bike is black. Not a big deal. But I really wanted the custom colors for the Ninja, and they did a fantastic job. I think it really makes the bike look great when the seat matches with the coloring. So on that note, my review for the looks of this seat is A+, 100%. It's fantastic because I could customize it to whatever I want. You might not like the orange, but you can customize it to match whatever color your bike is till your heart's content. So the looks of the seat are really always going to be 100% because you get to customize it to what you want. Number two, let's talk about comfort. To be honest, I thought the original seat for the Ninja 650 was not bad. And maybe I'm alone in that, maybe I'm not. But I didn't think it was that bad considering most stock seats on a motorcycle suck. But the original seat was really not that bad for me on the Ninja 650. But getting the custom seat on the Indian convinced me of how good a custom seat could be, so I wanted to go ahead and upgrade to the Corbin, thinking that, hey, the comfort could be a whole lot better. Well, yes and no. I would almost dare say that for short trips, the original stock seat is absolutely fine, if not maybe a little more comfortable than the Corbin. That might sound like heresy, but it's got a lot of soft, cushy foam. However, most motorcyclists know that the longer you ride, the softer and cushier the seat is, and the less supportive it is, the more uncomfortable it becomes throughout the day. So if you're just going to ride your sport bike around and go on really short trips, you might not find the Corbin seat to be worth it. However, around here in New England, there are some really beautiful rides, but they're in different states. I've got Lake Placid, I've got stuff over in New Hampshire, and so my rides are not just going to be around local town roads. I'm going to be getting on the highway. I'm going to be making some longer trips. So the support of the Corbin, it is a much stiffer seat when you originally get it. And even though I've broken it in now with over 500 miles on it, it's still very stiff. And you get on at first and you're like, oh, how could this be comfortable? Well, over time, the longer you're sitting on it, the more you start to realize you don't really notice that it's hard. You just notice that it's supportive. Your back doesn't hurt, your butt doesn't hurt. Even if you hit potholes and bumps like I'm doing here on this really crappy road, because apparently, even with all the taxes, we can't afford decent roads in Vermont. You freaking... It's okay. I found my happy place. We're good. I'm gonna give it for comfort probably an A. Not gonna give it an A+. I don't know what they could do to improve it, but I feel like it could just be a hair wider. It feels a little bit more narrow than the stock seat, and I don't know, maybe that's just my imagination. But I feel like it could just be a smidge wider, and that would make it even more comfortable. But overall, the comfort, fantastic. Give it an A. I have not, however, ridden with a passenger. I have not gone two up with somebody balanced on that back pillion. My passenger that I usually ride with, she does not like riding on this thing. Now, there is an additional accessory you can get for this seat, and I will throw a picture of it on the screen, and I'll show you here walking around the bike where it would go. But in the back of this seat, you can shove in a backrest for your passenger. So I don't know, maybe I'll get that, maybe that'll convince my passenger to ride on the back with me. But for a lot of people, they don't like riding on the back of sport bikes to begin with. But that does bring me to number 3. The bike has that accessory. Most sport bikes, when you get a dual seat or a 2-up seat of some kind, you do not have an option for a backrest. Not on sport bikes. I mean, that's just unheard of. But on the Corbin, they offer that. So if you're looking for a way to carry a second person with you, that could make your passenger feel a lot more secure, and that could be a big reason to purchase this seat over some other 2-up seats out there that are available for your sport bike. Now let's talk about durability. I think that comes back to how you customize the seat, because remember, you can choose different materials. They offer vinyl, they offer leather, they offer some sort of carbon fiber, which I'm not sure how you do that in a fabric. Maybe it's just a pattern, but they do, they offer that. So I chose to have leather for my seat, and then I have a gripper material for the side panels. So it gives my legs an extra purchase on the bike to have that gripping material grabbing onto my jeans and my pants. So between those two materials, I think it's well built. Of course, custom, standard, you know, base plate, plastic underneath. So as far as durability is concerned, that will really come down to, I think, the material you choose for your top layer. Of course, if you're going to have your motorcycle outside, you'll probably want to invest in either a complete motorcycle cover, that would be the best, or at minimum a seat cover to protect it from the elements. Let's talk about access. Installing it is super simple. Originally, the Ninja seat is in 2 parts. You stick your key underneath, you turn, you take off the rear passenger seat, and then you lift up and remove the rider's seat. The Corbin, however, is a single piece seat. So when you want to access your small storage compartment under the seat, you have to remove the entire thing. Is it a big inconvenience? Not really. Is it as fast or, you know, just as generally quick as the original Kawasaki 2-piece? No, I think that's the fastest, because only the back half comes off and it's, you know, really quick. The Corbin does not take longer to install, but I have found initially, for the first few times I removed it, it was a bit of a pain in the butt to line up. It was very particular. They did a great job designing it for this bike, but it has to be very precise when you line it up. Now, after I've broken it in for 500 miles, it feels like it goes into place a lot better and a lot faster, so I don't think the access is so much of an issue. But I'm just throwing it out there, if you don't want to have to remove the entire seat every time you want to access that under-seat storage area, then maybe the Corbin 1-piece seat is not for you. Just a thought. Lastly, let's talk about customer service. I bought this back during the pandemic when it was in full swing in the summer of 2020. That meant that a lot of people were home and a lot of people wanted to do upgrades and work on their bikes. So, of course, Corbin was back ordered. That being said, they still got it to me, I think within about 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks from the time I ordered. Which for a custom seat at this level of quality, I don't think that's bad. I think that's quite good. Initially, I got a shipping ticket emailed to me, which was apparently wrong. So I contacted Corbin customer service and said, hey, my seat says it's shipped, but I don't see any tracking info. And they were very prompt. They took care of it right away for me. So customer service, for the very little bit that I had to contact them and talk to them, was incredibly friendly, very helpful, and from my very short experience, I would give them an A+ on their customer service rating. So my overall impressions on this seat: is it comfy? Yes, in a supportive, stiffer kind of way. It's not going to be like a cushy seat that you'll have on a cruiser. That's just not going to happen based on the bike that you're riding. Does it look good? Yes, and you can make it look however you want. Durability, they offer a huge variety of materials, and I think it's great quality construction and workmanship. And their customer service, A+. Again, did not talk to them a whole lot during the process, but I did contact them and they were very helpful and very friendly. And lastly, if you guys want it, I think it may be one of the few options out there that offers a backrest support of any kind as an accessory for a sport bike seat. I mean, I have not personally seen sport bikes with a passenger backrest. So I think that's a great offering that Corbin has. Personally, I think it looks a little funny, but you know, if it makes your passenger more comfortable so you both can enjoy the ride a lot better, then hey, why not? Who cares what it looks like? So those are my thoughts on the seat. I really appreciate you guys watching. If you have any questions about the seat, or if you want to check it out for yourself, drop a comment down below. I'll leave a link to it in the description. If you guys like this review, please hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. It's the big red button. Click the bell icon next to it. That'll give you guys notifications when there are new videos to watch right here on MOTOBLADE. I will have a full review of the Saddlemen Road Sofa coming out very soon here on the channel. That's probably the next video I'm going to film. So by the time you're watching this, it might already be out. If it is, I'll put a link to it up on the screen or down in the description. Go check that out if you have a cruiser bike that you want a really awesome seat for. Thank you guys for watching. Till next time, you all know what to do. Ride safe, ride on. I'll catch you all later. Deuces.